Hi friends, welcome to Guru Gyanam. It's all about home science. This video is about principles of design and part 3 of the topic design for fabric and apparel. It's part 1 and 2 I shared earlier, that is about elements of design. So you must watch my previous videos to understand elements of design. After watching this video, you will be able to understand the principles of design, knowledge and skill required to become a fashion designer or dress designer, scope in this field, and career opportunities and career avenues in fashion designing or dress designing. So let's begin with principles of design. The development of a successful design depends on the understanding of the basic design principles. Principles of design are the rules that govern how design elements are mixed in the most appropriate way. Although each principle is a separate entity, combining them successfully produces an appealing product. Principles of design are basically there is 5 principles of design, that is proportion, balance, emphasis, rhythm and harmony. Now proportion concerns the relation of one part of an object to another. A good design does not permit easy dissection. The elements are so skillfully blended and they merge together harmoniously, where one leaves off and the other one begins is not really apparent. This relationship may be created in size, color, shape and texture. All these needs to be pleasingly related to each other and to the whole. Here you can see 2 type of proportion, that is there is right proportion and wrong proportion. When you look here, then it seems appealing. This dress आपको अच्छी लग रही है, अपील कर रही है और ये आपको बिल्कुल भी पसंद नहीं आएगी क्योंकि प्रोपोर्शनली जो डिज़ाइन नहीं बनाया गया है. So how to create proportion? This is generally based the proportion of golden mean, which is represented by ratio like 3:5:8, 5:8:13 and so on. The smaller part 3 has the same relationship to the larger part 5 as the larger part 5 has the whole 8. Here you can see the garment is horizontally divided into 3:5, 5:8 and 8:13 section. These sections appear at the waistline, yoke and hemline. A dress appears pleasing if the blouse, skirt and the total body represent the ratio of 3:5:8. For example, in a skirt and blouse dress, in a skirt and blouse dress, the blouse represents 3 and the skirt should represent 5 and combined effect represents 8. Here you can see 3:5:8. Similarly, in a shirt and pant dress, the shirt should represent 5 and the pant should represent 8 and the total ratio obtained is 5:8 is equals to 13. Clear? Proportion of color. Different colors can be worn as shirt and pant to create proportions of color by using the golden mean, that is 3:5:8 ratio or 5:8:13 ratio. Next is proportion of texture. This is achieved when various textures of material used for making a dress increase or decreases in size of the person wearing the garment. For example, a heavy and bulky texture appear overpowering on a thin and petite person. Now, proportion of shape and form. The size and positioning of motifs or prints in a dress. The size and positioning of motifs or print in a dress are in proportion to the size of the wearer, width of the figure, length of waist or torso. Length of legs may differ from the classic ideal figure. Clothing modifies the figure and creates proportion in awkward body proportions in a pleasing way. For example, a high waist body used maternity clothes comfort the fullness of the abdomen. So it looks good. कि समान विभाजन व्यक्ति को दिखने में छोटा और चौड़ा बना देते हैं. तो सो वी मस्ट care about the proportion. Never use equal divisions in dress. Now, equal divisions make a person look shorter and wider, as I tell you earlier, and whereas unequal horizontal divisions make a person look slimmer. तो जब भी आपको स्लिम दिखना है तो आप हमेशा अनइक्वल डिवीज़न के ही ड्रेस पहनने प्रेफर करिए. सेम इक्वल डिवीज़न के ड्रेसेस में पर्सन चौड़ा और छोटा लगता है, वाइडर लगता है. क्लियर? नाउ द नेक्स्ट प्रिंसिपल इज बैलेंस. इट इज डिफाइंड एज equaling the distribution of weight from the central point of the garment. A garment need to be balanced both vertically from the center line and horizontally from top and bottom. It means a garment is equally distributed from the center line. Suppose this is a garment. So both sides should be equal from center and from vertical line. ठीक है? Balanced from both vertically and horizontally from top to bottom. Clear? So there are three types of balance. That is formal balance, informal balance, and radial balance. And it can be achieved by using of elements of design like line, form, color, and texture. So formal balance. It is very easy way to obtain a formal balance in a dress. It occurs when a design has equal elements on both sides of a vertical or horizontal divisions. What are the characteristics? Formal balance gives a feeling of stability, dignity, and formality. And it is very easy to create a formal balance in any dress. You can see here, you just select the center point of any dress and put designs at equal distance from center point. This is formal balance. The main drawback of this that tends to go monotonous. After some time you don't like this. Here you can see the formal balance. This is the center point here, and equal balance is created. Both side equal design is created at both side of this. So these are the symmetrical. This is also called a symmetrical balance and formal balance. You can clearly look at these pictures. Now, informal or asymmetrical balance, very difficult to create. हर कोई asymmetrical balance create नहीं कर सकता है. You must be very creative to create a asymmetrical balance. It occurs when the elements of one side of an imaginary vertical line bisecting the body differ from other side but are placed in such a way to give pleasing effect. It is very difficult task, as I tell you, as unequal different design are arranged at different distance from the center to achieve balance. So it must look beautiful when you try to create a symmetrical balance. For example, अंगरखा ड्रेसेस इसमें asymmetrical balance create होता है और बहुत appealing effect देता है. Next is radial balance. Radial balance occur when the elements of design such as line, color, etc. radiate from a central focal point in a dress. This can be in darts or gathers from waistline, neckline, etc. Here you can see the radial balance. These are the radial balance. Clear? Because it is created by the central focal point. It radiates. Now, the next principle is emphasis. Emphasis is the focal point of a garment or the area that first attracts the viewer eyes. हम किसी भी ड्रेस को देखते हैं, कई बार किसी पर्टिकुलर एरिया पर ही हमारा ध्यान जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इस ड्रेस को आप देखिए, आपका ध्यान सिर्फ कहाँ जाएगा? यू अट्रैक्ट ऑन इट्स स्लीव्स. It is very attractive. Same as in this design, your eyes stay here only. यहाँ से हिलेगी नहीं आपकी आंखें. ठीक है? इसी तरीके से इस डिज़ाइन में भी पर्टिकुलर एरिया पर हमारा ध्यान ज़्यादा जाता है. So, it adds interest to the garment and may be created by the use of color, design, lines, detailing or accessories. Emphasis creates center of interest by focusing the viewer's attention on a specific area of the garment. Details that focus on the face are particularly effective because the face is the focal point of beauty in our culture. A beautiful embroidered yoke or a contrasting color blouse further emphasize the face. अगर किसी भी ड्रेस का योक आप जानते ही होंगे, अपर पोर्शन होता है, अगर वो बहुत अट्रैक्टिव है, एम्ब्रॉयडर्ड है, तो हमारा ध्यान उस पर्सन के फेस की तरफ जाएगा. सो एम्फेसिस के थ्रू वी कैन हाइड जो हमारा फिगर टाइप, अगर कोई बॉडी पोर्शन अच्छा नहीं है, हमारी बॉडी फिगर टाइप बहुत अच्छी नहीं है, तो फेस लुक इज़ वेरी, फेस बहुत अच्छा है, तो हम पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पर ऐसा एम्फेसिस दें कि फेस, लोगों का ध्यान फेस और अपर बॉडी पोर्शन लाइक योक से हटे ही ना. क्लियर? So people with figure problems can emphasize or camouflage their figure problems. For example, women with a small waist can wear a bright and contrasting belt to emphasize the positive part of her figure. Whereas a woman, you can see here, with large hips wearing a hip belt or other design detail at the hip area would highlight it further. You can see here. Emphasis can be created by using contrasting color, different unusual shapes, lines and texture. Next principle is rhythm. Rhythm is repeating of lines, colors, other elements or details to create a pattern by which the eye can flow through the material or article or garment. Rhythm can be created by use of lines, as I tell you earlier. So it gives a visual unity and there are rhythm can be created by different way. Just take a look. Rhythm by repetition. We can create rhythm by repetition. Repetition of embroidery laces, buttons, pipings, color, etc. at neckline, sleeve and hemlines. You can see here. This is the repetition, and by repetition we can get rhythm. Here you also can see repetition. थोड़ी थोड़ी दूर पे एक इक्वल डिस्टेंस और अनइक्वल डिस्टेंस पे जो भी डिज़ाइन है इट इज़ रिपीट की जा रही है, तभी ड्रेस अच्छी लग रही है. नेक्स्ट इज रिदम बाय ग्रेडेशन. ग्रेडेशन बाय ग्रेजुअल इंक्रीज और डिक्रीज in size of motifs, lines, buttons, colors and texture. You can see here size of motif or texture, or here you can see the pleats. Size यहाँ से आप अगर देखते हैं तो increase हो रही है, तो rhythm can be created by gradation. Here you also can see the bow from स्मॉल साइज से बड़ी साइज होती जा रही है, इंक्रीज साइज में इंक्रीजेस होते जा रहे हैं. क्लियर? सो बाय रिदम a dress can be look very appealing. Rhythm by radiation. Rhythm is also created by radiation where eyes moves an organized way for a central point. For example, through gathers, invased, yoke or cuffs, etc. Here you can see rhythm is created by radiation. The design is radiated. Parallelism, where elements lie parallel to each other. For example, tucks in a yoke or knife pleats in a skirt. Bands of color also create a rhythm effect in a dress. Here you can see the dresses which show parallelism, and rhythm can be created by parallelism. Clear? Next is alteration rhythm. Rhythm can be also created by altering two colors, lines, texture, prints in a row. For example, alternating red and green pleats. Here you can say you can see the alternating of colors, black and pink color. Here also you can see red and white and orange color. So alternating rhythm is created. Clear? Next principle is harmony, and this is the fifth and last principle of design. And harmony or unity is created when all elements of design come together to give a pleasing harmonious effect. It is a critical factor in producing marketable, means publicly acceptable designs. Harmony by shape. Harmony can be created by harmony in shape when all areas of a garment reflect the same shape. The collar, cuff and hem are curved and its square pocket are given. They would interrupt the continuity of the design. Clear? Harmony by texture can be created by using the right kind of texture for a dress. When dress is in several pieces, as in salwar, kurta and dupatta. A silk kurta and salwar will show bad harmony by use of a cotton dupatta. So harmony or a silk sari with a cotton blouse is not appealing at all. So we must harmonize our dress with texture also. Clear? ये नहीं कि कॉटन की शर्ट पहन ली और शर्ट कुर्ता पहन लिया और सलवार जो है सिल्क की पहन ली, बिल्कुल अच्छा इफेक्ट नहीं देता है. क्लियर? सो These are the principles of design: proportion, balance, emphasis, rhythm, and harmony. Now, when you are preparing for a career in this field, the field of design for fabric and apparel is a vast field with two specialization. What is the specialization? It is a fabric and apparel. There is two specialization in this field. Fabric is widely used for many things other than apparel and household. And apparel is using material one other than just fabric. And each use has a specific requirement in terms of appropriate appearance and durability and the cost allocations. So what knowledge required to be a fashion designer, a dress designer, or be a part of designing for dress, fabric and apparel? A person must know the fiber characteristics, their processing, utility, advantage and limitations in order to achieve the desired results. The dyeing properties of different fibers and fabrics to make correct choices about stage and techniques of color application that meet the requirement of the final products, and complete understanding of the principles of design. So these are the knowledge required. Now, how to become a textile or apparel designer? You must have some courses or degree courses. After there is two paths. After clearing your 12th in any stream, you must pursue Bachelor of Designing in Textile Design for 3 to 4 years, or if you have home science in your class 12, so some institute offers BSc Home Science and for 4 years. And after graduation, you must pursue Masters in Designing for 2 years, and you can also do Masters of Science in Textiles and Clothing. There's the second part for all science stream students. You can pursue BTech in Textile Designing, and also BSc Home Science is an option is here also. And after completing this, you can pursue Advanced Diploma in Textile Designing or PG Diploma in Apparel Designing, or you can do Masters in Textiles and Clothing. There are various institutes offer both long-term and short-term courses leading to a certificate, a diploma, an associate, and a bachelor degree or a master's degree, like NIFT, National Institute of Fashion Technology, IIFT, SNDT University, Pulse Fashion Academy. There are some government and non-government institutes which offers these courses. You also can do diploma through any polytechnic in fashion designing and dress designing. Now, scope of design for fabric and apparel. Design industry is a vibrant, varied and dynamic creative sector that plays a powerful and important role in several areas of our lives. Working in textile fabric design demands awareness of the changing trends and styles and an ability to produce designs that are fresh, current, or even ahead of the fashion curve. Textile designs for apparel fashion tends to have a quicker turnaround than designs for furnishing. Now, what are the career opportunities in this field? You become a garment and textile, you can do a job in garment and textile export houses, textile and fabric manufacturing units, branded fashion showrooms, television and film industry. You become a stylist, you can open your own boutique, retail chains, knitwear designer, color specialist. There is an option for research also, and you also become a freelance designer. You can become a stylist or film industry designer like Manish Malhotra, Ritu Kumar and all. You can create your own brand or marketize it and promoted it. So there are various career opportunities in this field. If you are interested in this field, you must go for further courses in designing. So this is all about the principle of design and career and job opportunities in this field. Now, review question for you. Question number 1, what are the principles of design? Question number 2, how can harmony and rhythm can be created in designs? Discuss principles of emphasis using 2 examples from each of the element of art. And last but not least, write down the career opportunities for a person with a flair for design. I hope you like my video. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like and share my video, and don't forget to press bell button for further updates. If you have any query related this topic, you must write in comment box. Thank you so much for watching.